everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Today is Sunday night, March 21st, 2021. I wanted to make this video because I did spoke about something similar yesterday, and I was talking about rich people and how, a lot of the times we think that rich people want to just go ahead and spend money. Like I was talking about that pastor that came out and said that if Jesus was here a lot, like living here on earth, like with us, like in presence, we all know he's alive. But I'm saying he was saying if this was happening during Jesus' time, he was saying that Jesus would have gone for the vaccine, right? And what I said was, when I saw that famous pastor giving that interview, I saw somebody who perhaps like I saw a check coming to him, and a lot of people, when they see things like that and hear things like that, they're like, he doesn't need the money. Why will he take what? He doesn't need the money to say anything like that. And I said in my video just yesterday, I said, just because rich people have money doesn't mean that they don't want to get paid for things, right? And then look what happened today. So Kylie Jenner, everybody knows who she is, one of the Kardashians. So she's she came out and created a GoFundMe page for one of her makeup artists, and she said in the page, Mega, he's having some type of health concerns. So he's having a health care scare. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but he has to have surgery. So she created a GoFundMe page for him, and she said, "May God watch over you and protect you." Um, and she wrote, everyone take a moment to say a prayer for Sam, who got into an accident this past weekend, and swipe up to visit his family's GoFundMe page. So she didn't make the page. I guess she didn't make the account, um the GoFundMe thing, but she linked it, so we all know these people have a lot of following. So she put a message. She wanted people to go ahead and donate for him. So people were like, wait a second, Kylie Jenner, in what year was it? Um, she was declared um like one of the top, when the Forbes magazine comes out and saying the richest people, she was one of the richest people declared not long ago. Okay, and she donated only $5,000. And here I go back, guys, to this thing that just because people have money doesn't mean they want to spend it. I feel like this is why a lot of people have money, because they don't spend it. And yeah, for somebody who earns millions and millions of dollars to feel so compelled to see one of her makeup artists having a car accident and needing surgery, and only just donating $5,000, but asking the public to go ahead and donate, it's kind of weird, like, if, like, I don't know, I mean, people do whatever they want with their money, but I'm saying, like, I guess the public expect her to be like, I'll fund the whole thing. Like, I think they're just asking for 65,000. So you have somebody who's a top earner, came out in Forbes magazine. I'm trying to find you guys the year that article came out. Yeah, so they're asking for $60,000, and she's hold a whole billion, and she walks around there. Like, people were crazy yesterday talking about this. She walks around with a $15,000 handbag, and she's asking everybody to donate for her friend. And you know what, this goes back, guys, to the whole idea of small businesses. Okay, and this is, you guys know, I'm an entrepreneur. I create fashion, jewelry, and things like that, and I always find it quite strange being an entrepreneur and trying to get support from people is super hard, because, like, and then when you finally get somebody to buy from you, get rest assured something. If they didn't do it from a heart of helping you or like supporting you, rest assured they're gonna come back to you with something. And when I mean something, I'm talking about in the sense of negative feedback. things that perhaps if they were buying for like a big corporation, they would have completely dismissed it. But because it's you and you are accessible and you are a familiar face, they will come out and say it to you. And when this whole COVID pandemic happened, I created a lot of face masks. First time doing it, I created a lot of face masks. And just as I created a lot of face masks, I also had to return people's money. People that know me that bought a $5 face mask and actually reached out and said, this is not working, it doesn't fit or whatever. Mind you, this is the first time I've done it. I know in the beginning they were not 100% perfect. And face masks were so hard to find that people were coming to me, people that never would never buy anything from me, but people that know me, and I found it weird that even so you spend $5 on a face mask and you're telling me, oh, it doesn't fit or this or the other, and then you want your money back. And I guarantee you, you will go to an Old Navy or you go to a Kohl's or whatever big corporation you will go, and you buy a face mask for $4, whatever, $5. Some were selling it for 20, like last year, and something happened and it didn't wash well or whatever. You will never reach out to them. Be like, whatever, I just lost $5. But because it's somebody you will make the effort to come out and give a complaint and say how but I want my money back and things like that. And I always find that interesting because it's hard for us entrepreneurs to find support from people that are willing to help you. I mean, I go to markets, I go to state fairs, and I go to places where, I'm like, I don't really need another piece of jewelry. But because I see the person who designed it and she's putting so much effort, and I see her standing there in the sun, and like, I'll just buy just because just to support her. I probably would never wear that, but I just want to support her. But it's hard to find people like that, especially people that know you for some reason in life. Like, it's hard to find people who know who you are and see you trying to do better and be an entrepreneur, put yourself out there. For some reason, they just don't like that. I don't know if it's because you're showing them how much more they can do also with their life. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to this, with these big celebrities, it's still reaching out to the public to support their friends, um, mishap or accidents or asking for money. They know that you got, like, I'm sure that got funded. I'm sure that got funded completely. And it's just, even though we all know that she has the money to completely fund a $60,000 surgery that her friends need, you still, and there are people who will still do it. But when you ask, it's so weird. When you ask a family member, hey, I'm a little short on this or whatever, I got a bill to pay, can you help me out? What do you do with your money? What happened to your job? Like, it's an instant, like, questioning. Instead of looking, like, wait a second, this person never asked me for anything, why am I even questioning them? And that's just how life is. It's so strange to me. It's so strange to me because a lot of the time the people that need the most are the people who get judgment from us. Immediately we get judgment from, and I also find too, like, a familiar face, like, when people get to know you, they will, like I said, they can go to any restaurant and have perhaps a bad experience with the food or whatever, and they will never say anything. But if they come to your house and you cook them something that they didn't like, or you had too much salt or had something, they will tell everybody they know about you. And it's so weird to me. It's so strange to me, this whole thing. And if you like being used by people and by celebrities, and this is why talking about small businesses, this lady, right, this Kylie Jenner, will probably perhaps come up with another makeup line, whatever. I don't know exactly what she does. I know she's a model, or one of the other one that her sister is. She would probably come up with a makeup tomorrow with one lipstick. She would just come up with one lipstick tomorrow, and you will see the lines of people waiting to buy it. And it's almost like society has it all wrong. Like are just feeding this big celebrity with money, and even so, when they come out and say, "Hey, my friend got into a car accident. Can you guys give him money?" People will flood it too. It's all about just doing that. But yeah, the person sitting next to you, your own neighbor, like your own family member in need, and they say, "Hey, can you like donate to my GoFundMe page?" Like you know, I'm I'm just talking from what happened to me. Like I made it an account. I remember doing GoFundMe because I wanted to go to New York Fashion Week, and I got like two people to donate, and I was like, people will tell you all the time. Like people know about me in fashion. They will always say you should go to New York. It's almost like they throw it out there because they don't. This is so weird, and I was not going to talk about this, but they will see you doing your thing, right? And they'll see you doing your thing, whatever it is that you live. They'll see you doing your thing, starting, showing up, starting, taking that first step, and then they'll say, because it's never good enough. They'll be like, you should go to New York because that's of course everybody knows that. And then when you create a GoFundMe page to kind of make show a New Year Fashion Week, like they will not even support it. It's because they were not saying to you go to New York because they want to see you there or because it will be great. They didn't think that you will actually go for it. They're basically saying, oh, we see you here starting, but it's still not good enough, so you should go to another place where it's probably better. And yeah, when you open up and like maybe that's right, maybe I should just do that, then nobody will support you because at the end of the day it's almost like just starting something, put them in the perspective of their own life. And maybe they're not, I don't know what it is, if they feel like they're not doing enough, they're just doing their 9 to 5 and that's it, and then they're not doing anything extra. And so you have to, I talk about this in a lot of my videos. You have to be so careful what you listen to, who you tell your dreams to. That's number one. I made that mistake a lot when I first started doing my fashion thing. I made a lot of mistakes. I learned people want to say, how you doing, how's your business? Just not everybody who asks you how things are, they want to find out because they care for you. Okay, so you have to be careful about that. So anyways, so there you have it. I wanted to talk about her donating just $5,000 because she knows her follower will support it. So why even spend it? Like I said, just because people have money doesn't mean that they want to pay for things. She doesn't want to pay for things. She knows, why would she do that if she can just have her entire following that she has that will go and make more lines just to buy one lipstick because it has her name on it, not necessarily because they need it, or because buying her clothing. I don't even know if she has that, but I'm sure she does. Everybody's a designer these days. But anyways, that's how it is. And it's just sad for, I guess, for entrepreneurs like myself. It's sad to find support from people, and then people that are familiar, like they know who you are. It's so sad because, like I said about that face mask, you $5 face mask, you're complaining about something, and if you put a border on Amazon, you will not even return it because you'll be like, oh, I'm not gonna go to the house, I'll just get another one. It didn't work out. But because it's a familiar face, it's so easy to say, hey, this thing didn't work out, what are you doing to me? There's no grace. A lot of the times, there's no grace for people that you are familiar with, and that, my friends, is the sad truth, and that's how life is. So, anyways, guys, if you're going through something similar, let me know, and let me know what you think about Kylie Jenner asking her fan base to donate for her friend or something that she can easily. I mean, she came on the Forbes magazine, one of the billionaires of one. I think it was maybe like 2 years ago. She can easily fund that, but she said, why would I even fund it if I can have my own family? People who are struggling right now taking that money. People got the stimulus. Why Why don't they fund it? That's how it is. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.